Hi, this is Craig Bell for Caledon Studios. I'd like to tell you a little about my picture Maple Frosting. This picture was taken last winter again in a snowstorm. I was out driving the back roads around Orangeville. You can see the background is fairly obscured by the heavy snow falling at the time. And this maple tree was just covered in frost, hence the title Maple Frosting, a bit of a play on that. I decided that this would be a good subject for the third in my series on tree shapes. You saw prior my Weight of Winter and Clinging Shadows. This one was going to require a bit more work because the background wasn't totally obscured. So I had to somehow extract this tree from all of the trees and grass and whatnot that were in the background. So did that first. Started with actually making a gray background, then dropping the tree on it. I know it's going to be difficult to see there. I also added a fog layer while I was at it. And just working with the tones, worked it, made it a bit brighter, added a bit of shadowing to make some patterns where the ground would be. Cleaned up the edge there a bit, and a bit more work on the ground, a bit more darkening. And then it was ready for a step called solarizing. This is a process I used on the other two, and I wanted a similar look here. And there is quite a change. You can get a better sense of the work I was doing down on the ground and setting an artificial horizon on this, and tidy up the edges a wee bit. Now this one, what was going through my mind was maple, and you know, I always associate maples with the color red, you know, the lovely fall foliage and red, brown maple syrup. So when time to do a little coloring in this, here I just lightened the background a bit more so the colors would show. Then I pulled out my digital paintbrush and added some coloring. Now you can see here up in the sky I added sort of a similar aqua color to what I had used in the other photos in the series, but this one I got a little different, and I added a band of warm reddish color in the middle there, almost like a dawn or maybe a sunset, but just kind of a salute to the reds that I associate with maples in my mind. And then I stretched this to fit a similar format of the other canvases, because I was always intending they'd be shown in a series. And you see the finished product before you, and that's what's printed on the canvas up on the wall there. Thanks for taking the time for a look.